Hi everyone, it's Ashley. Thank you so much for clicking on my video tonight. Guys, I am so excited to be in my craft room tonight. I was not able to get into my craft room last week. So this week I have quite a few things on my to-do list that I really need to get done. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and jump right in. Let's start with some things that I found this week. Okay, first off, I'm gonna bring in this little bow here. This is the only thing that I have tonight from Target. So this was $8 and it just says bow multi. Just super sweet. So I did pick this up for her first day back to school. Just kidding. I have one other thing from Target. I found this 16 pack of sweet stickers. This was $1 and it says includes 4 holographic stickers and it looks like this is the little preview of what's inside. I thought these were just super cute for $1 and we are actually going to be using a couple of these tonight. Now, everything else I have, I believe, is from the Dollar Tree. So, first up, I showed you guys in one of my last videos, I found another headband that was super cute. It had like all these little colorful pearls on it. So sweet. I love it. I've been wearing it. It fits great. Now, this week at Dollar Tree, I did find this little headband here. So this sweet little headband was $1.25, and I just think that the pattern on it is so sweet. It looks a lot more expensive than $1.25. And like I said before, I do wear a lot of headbands like this. So if I find one that has a really cute pattern, I usually will pick it up. So that is the first thing I got. Next up, I found this little pencil case here. Now, it doesn't say anything particular on the back, but it just is the little metal tin one. I'm sure we have all seen it or similar. However, I picked this one up because it is definitely giving me Lisa Frank vibes. So as soon as I saw it, I was just so drawn to this kind of rainbow cheetah print because it just instantly took me back to my childhood and kind of back to school in the 90s. So I was excited to find this because, like I said, it just reminded me of Lisa Frank. New to me in my Dollar Tree, I saw this little cosmetic bag. This was also $1.25, and it is just the prettiest pattern. It has the prettiest colors on it. Now, on what would be the front, it does say stuff in this kind of dark pink color. However, on the back side, it doesn't have anything on it, and it just has that really pretty pattern. So I'm thinking that we might do something with this tonight. Last but not least, I found this 2 pack of gift bags. And I have to tell you guys, I was just so drawn to these colors and pattern. I think that this gift bag is so pretty. And then it has the little cheetah print, which I think is so cute as well. This is like a peach and pink color. I'm not sure how accurate it'll come up on screen. These are so pretty. And for $1.25 for the both of them, I thought it was a great price to kind of just keep them on hand. Okay, guys, so that is everything I picked up this week. Not much, but I have to tell you, such a good haul, right? Okay, let's go ahead and get a few crafts done. Okay, so bringing in my first couple blanks here, I have this little bento box from Cat and Jack brand. This is from Target, and these little lunch boxes were $5 each. So they just open up like this, and then inside has 3 little compartments. Okay, so bringing in some rubbing alcohol there, I went ahead and wiped down the top of my little bento boxes. Okay, so I just found a piece of scrap vinyl in this really pretty mint color here. And I went ahead and cut out my daughter's name once each for each of her little lunch boxes. And then I have one extra for another craft we were going to do in just a second. Her lunch boxes and backpack, nap mat, things like that need to be labeled with her name so the teachers, can ensure that the items are going back with the right kid, right? So with that being said, I am going to label just a few things here. I know not the most exciting crafts, however, kind of the most important. I need to get them done, but they also are really, really exciting for me because the countdown to school is definitely on in our house. We have had a great summer, but let me tell you, keeping a 4-year old entertained all day long, every day is tough. Just bring in a scrap piece of transfer tape here. I'm going to go ahead and just lay it over all three of my little names here. And then once I have it laid down over the names, I'll go ahead and trim them out from there. Okay, so let's bring in our first little lunchbox here. My daughter has been such the little helper this summer. She honestly has really, really just grown so much. And I'm so, so proud of her this summer. Okay, and here is our first little lunchbox all done. Let's go ahead and do our second one really quickly. So, yes, my daughter has been just the biggest little helper this summer. Wants to be everywhere mommy is, which I love. It just makes every task like 3 times as long, right? However, I try to remember that these days will go a lot faster than I think they will. So, with that being said, I have so, so enjoyed our summer together, but it's time for back to school, and I'm equally as excited for that. Okay, guys, here's her two little lunch boxes all ready to go. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay, now next up, I just have this little pouch here. It is so cute. It just says stuff I can't live without. Now, for school, they like you to pack like a change of clothes, just in case they have any accidents or anything like that. So I like to send this wet dry bag from Target. These are, I believe, $3, and they usually have them a lot like during summertime. So this is the one that I used for her last year, and it held up beautifully. I have no complaints. So I'm going to reuse it again for this year. However, I did go ahead and remove her name, and I just simply replaced it with a new sticker for this year. And here we go. Here is her little pouch all ready for school. Okay, guys, bringing in my next blank here. I believe it was last video you guys saw me put this little vinyl decal on my iPad mini cover, which I said in that video I wasn't exactly sure like what I wanted to put on my iPad. I was just a little scared to commit to a design. So, with that being said, once I put this little decal on it, I absolutely instantly fell in love with the way it looked. And I kind of decided that I'm going to go with a kind of sticker layout for, I believe, the cover of my iPad. So, with that being said, I think this is going to be a really nice way for me to just kind of use a lot of those little designs that I find in Design Space that I think are so, so cute, right? And it's like I want to use it for something, but I don't know what. Like they're just not necessarily like something I would put on like a shirt or like a big sign, but they're just so cute and sweet. Like I want to use them for something. I feel like it has been forever since I've kind of interacted with you all. I hope that everybody's summer is going well. I hope that, kind of whatever your definition of enjoying your summer is, I hope that that is what you have been doing. As someone born and raised in Florida, I have always said we kind of hibernate in the summer, right? It's kind of the opposite of if you live somewhere cold. Just because it is so, so hot and it's just tough to be outside for any real amount of time, right? So, with that being said, we have tried to make the most of our summer. It has definitely been hot, but luckily we have access to a pool. So, that is always just a really nice kind of quick fix, right? Something outside, but tolerable. So, you guys, look how sweet. I have a little pair of heart shaped sunglasses, just a little duo of strawberries, and then just a little, I don't know, but I just think they're cute. So, we're going to add these to my little iPad case here. Again, just bringing in a little scrap piece of transfer tape. I'm going to go ahead and start with my strawberries. So I'm going to put that transfer tape down, burnish it front and back, and then with my design still face down, I'm just going to try to remove that carrier sheet. And we want to leave our design on our transfer tape, right? So let's see. I think for the strawberries, I want to kind of do them just about here. And I don't really have an idea of this. I'm just going to wing it like I normally do. And I just simply went into Design Space and I measured how big this was across. And in my particular case, this is 2 inches. So I just kind of sized my designs to fit. within the little areas of my iPad case. So next I'll do my little heart eye sunglasses, the sweetest. Super, super cute. And then last but not least, I'll do my little stars. Now, I did use that same piece of transfer tape for all three pieces. Absolutely no problem there. It worked great. And I could probably even get a few more uses out of it. Okay, guys, and here are my additions for tonight to my little iPad case. I think this came out so, so cute. I thought that the heart sunglasses were going to be my favorite, but I don't know. I'm actually kind of really, really liking the strawberries. As I kind of find cute little designs that I think would go really sweet on the front of this, I've just been kind of saving them in design space. Now, you guys did see me take that sticker pack from Target and I pulled two that I thought would be really sweet. Now, my plan was to put them on the back of my iPad case and I wasn't going to like actually stick them to it. I was simply just going to put them like between my iPad case and my cover, like so. Just like I have this piece of scrapbook paper here, I simply have it laying between my iPad and the case. So I was simply going to just kind of stick my stickers in there. However, I don't know, I think it might be a little much. And I like the kind of added colors of my flowers, but then just kind of the white and pink on the front. So I think I'm going to stop there. I don't think that I'm going to use any of the stickers tonight. However, I think that it was a super, super cute pack of stickers for $1. I did want to say they had this pack here, and then they also had a blue pack, which I'm assuming is more centered towards boys and probably has more like boyish type designs. So if you're on the lookout for some stickers, I think a great buy for $1. Okay, quickly bringing in my little cosmetic case here that I got from the Dollar Tree. I think that this pattern on this cosmetic bag is so, so pretty. And I have to tell you, this is exactly like a pattern or a little bag that you would find at a boutique for way more. Now, I'm not going to say the quality is probably like the same, right? Or the best. However, for $1.25, I had to pick it up. I just think it is so, so sweet. Now, bringing in that same piece of transfer tape, I'm going to use it to very quickly just put a sweet little monogram on my little bag here. I'm thinking something like that. Just for a sweet little added touch, right? And look how sweet that is. I absolutely love the addition of that monogram. Now, the other side, how it is, I think is totally, totally cute and sweet, but just another idea, right? Okay, guys, I think that's all the adhesive vinyl I have. Let's go ahead and move on to iron on. Okay, welcome back. Sorry about that. My camera stopped recording. I'm not sure why, but anywho. So I have a bow here. Now, this is just a normal hair bow. I bought like a huge pack of them off of Amazon. I'll link them below if you're interested. However, this bow did come unraveled and I had to retie it And then I just added a hair clip on the back that I also got from Amazon because I have made my daughter faux leather hair barrettes, and I had some of those on hand for that. So before the camera stopped recording, I was trimming the tails of my little bow. Now, I didn't do the best job, but I think it'll be fine in the long run. But this side, I just kind of cut the sides to an angle and then flat across the bottom. And then on this side here, I just tried to do straight across on the bottom. Now, in my haul, I showed you guys this little bow here that I got from Target. Now, originally, when I picked this bow up, my original idea was obviously I was going to add either her monogram or her name to it. That was absolutely my idea from the beginning. However, once I kind of got into my craft room and saw the iron on that I had and just kind of the design of the bow in general, I decided against it, and I'll tell you why. I just think that the bow is a little too busy, right? For a name or a monogram to really have any impact. So I think for this bow, I think it's super cute, and I think that I do want her to wear it for the first day of school. I just am not going to kind of monogram it or personalize it in any way. However, I did want to show you guys another idea I had for a bow, and I'm going to go ahead and make her this bow, and she can wear it throughout the year, not necessarily maybe on the first day, but just like a monogram, you can never have enough bows. So this will just go into our little collection. And I think it is going to be so, so sweet. So with that being said, just finishing up my weeding here. Now with that being said, I'm just going to kind of bring in my little elements here and get an idea for how I want this to look. Okay, so this is kind of my idea for the bow. Now, my original idea was to do it like this. And this side of the bow is supposed to have like kind of the shape to be like the tip of a crown. However, I don't know, I'm not really liking that. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim that straight across. I think I like the look of that just a little better, but please, you run with this in any direction that you like. So, like I was saying, this was kind of my original idea, and this is the idea that I saw on Pinterest. However, kind of looking at it now, I almost wonder if I should put it like this and just have it be like one side of the bow. What do you guys think? Should I do both sides like this? Or should I put both endings on one side and have it like that? Okay, so you guys let me know down in the comments below before I kind of reveal what direction I'm going in. You guys stop and leave me a comment on what direction you personally would go with. Okay, so I think that I'm gonna go with this. I think I just visually like the look of it all on one side a little better. I think it's just easier to kind of make out that it is a crown, right? Now, with that being said, in Design Space, I did make these a little bigger than my ribbon. So I don't want to go ahead and just press this right now because I would be pressing this directly onto my heat press mat. So really quickly before we press, I'm just going to bring in my little cutting mat from the Dollar Tree as well as my True Control knife from Cricut. And I'm simply just going to trim away the excess from my ribbon. Just being careful that I don't accidentally cut the ribbon itself, right? But the carrier sheet is super easy to cut through, so you shouldn't have too much of a problem there. Okay, and that looks great. Okay, I have a scrap piece of 80-pound cardstock here. I am going to put that under my ribbon just for a little added extra protection. I will also bring in a piece of butcher paper and my Easy Press Mini that I have warmed up here to medium heat, which is the two wavy lines. I'm going to simply begin to press this, right? Making sure that I'm constantly moving my Easy Press Mini. I'm going to give it maybe about 15 seconds per section. Okay, guys, and here is how my little bow came out. I am so happy with how this came out. Now, I definitely think that on this side, I do want to shape this, I think, a certain way, or maybe add an apple or something, right? I think that this side is now a little too plain. Or what do you guys think? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Or would you have done it like I was going to originally do it and put this on this side? Either way, I think that this is so sweet. And like I said, we are a huge fan of bows. So this will be a great addition to our collection. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and move on. I did go ahead and zoom you out just a little because our next two projects are a little on the larger side. And I just wanted to make sure that we were able to get as much into the frame as possible. So with that being said, just bringing in my next blank here. This is her little backpack that she's going to use for this year. Now they do also want the backpacks labeled with their names. So with that being said, I take the opportunity to once again, just make it super cute and personalized for my little baby girl. So quickly, I'll just go through and weed the inside of her little name here. Now, I did cut this in this really pretty dark blue glitter iron-on. I originally was going to do this in my favorite white glitter iron-on. However, I just didn't think the white was going to give me enough of a contrast against the pattern of the backpack itself. So with that being said, I did go ahead and open up the little front pocket of my backpack. I went ahead and put in my heat press mat, which I don't think is really going to make a difference other than giving me just a little more support underneath. But I also did bring in just a couple of dish towels just for a little added structure there. Okay, now bringing in her name, I am going to try to get this as straight as I can. You guys have probably definitely noticed and kind of seen that is not my strong suit. However, this is going to be her backpack, so I would like it to look, fairly nice. With that being said, giving myself some grace. Now, I did go ahead and just kind of preheat my fabric for just a moment there, partially to get out some wrinkles and just give me a nice flat surface to work with, but also just to remove any moisture that might be in my backpack. Coming in with my Easy Press Mini, I am going to start to lay this down. I have it still on medium heat. Now, I do want to give this a little bit of pressure, right? I want this to really, really stand this test of time and stand a soon to be a 5-year-old. Okay, so I got it down enough to get that liner off. I definitely see some lifting though, so I'm just going to come back in with my butcher paper. You never want your heat source directly on any exposed vinyl, right? So you always want something between your heat source and your vinyl, whether that is the carrier sheet itself or parchment paper, or in this case, butcher paper. Okay, and here we go. Here is how my backpack came out. I think that this is so, so sweet. I absolutely think going with the dark blue glitter iron-on was definitely the way to go. I think it just gives me such nice contrast against the light teal background. And I think it came out so sweet. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Let's do a craft for myself. Okay, guys, this is my last iron-on craft, and you saw me bring in my blank here. I first lint rolled it, and then I pressed it just to, again, get any wrinkles out. Oops, there is my big press telling me it is all warmed up. So where was I? I lint rolled it, I heat pressed it to get the moisture out, and then I personally like to just kind of take my shirts and fold them at the shoulders. That gives me a very kind of rough estimate of where the center of my shirt is. And then that is just kind of what I use to then center my design. With that being said, I am just going to weed out my little design here. Okay, so my little shirt here is gonna say professional yapper. And I, again, just think that this is so, so cute. And I did add the sweet little bow to the bottom just because, a bow is just the icing on the top of a great cake, right? Okay. And since the way I designed this in Design Space, I know that the bow is kind of in the center of my design. So kind of putting that bow, the center of that bow on this crease that I made with my heat press should give us a pretty good idea of center. But let's just kind of make sure. So I would say it's about 5.5 and just over 5.5. So we can move it over to the left just a little. Okay, let's see. So that's exactly 5.5. And that's 6. Okay, did I go the wrong way? See, this is why I don't measure. Because I feel like when I measure, I just get it even, I just like confuse myself even more. Okay, let's see. Okay, so that's 6. And that's like literally a quarter of an inch difference. So for me, that is close enough. And I made this design pretty small. I want to say maybe about 6 or 7 inches. Let's see, 8 inches. So I did make this 8 inches. And it's just going to sit kind of right in the center of my chest, which I think is a really trendy way to make shirts right now. So I'm excited to see how I like it. I was absolutely sold on the idea. So I'm hoping it comes out super cute. I am going to press this at 330 for probably about 20 seconds. And then I'm just going to flip it over and press it from the back. I'll probably do the full 30 seconds on the back. And typically I have been using my Easy Press Mini just kind of for convenience sake. However, I did decide to use my big one tonight just because I haven't lately. And I did set it at 330 for 30 seconds. Oh my gosh, I do not pre-wash my t-shirts. And when I press them, it kind of smells like Hobby Lobby all over again. And I'm instantly happy. Okay, guys, so here is how my little shirt came out. I think that this is so, so sweet. I absolutely love it. You guys, let me know down in the comments below what you think. All right, guys, I have 3 cards that I need to make tonight for the teachers. So let's wrap it up with those. Okay, guys, we are almost done. Thank you so much for everybody that has stuck around this long. Okay, so we're going to make a back to school card for the teachers. Now I have 3 of them that I need to make. I cut this out 3 times and I'm going to do the same exact process for all 3 cards. We're only going to make one tonight on camera just for the sake of time. Okay, so first off, I did have my Cricut go in and cut out a few different elements for us, right? So first off, I did have it go and cut out this part here. It just says sip sip hooray, happy first day. And this is gonna be our mat for our card. I also have a cute little coffee cup here. Now this one has the design on it. And then I just cut out one additional layer of the background. And then lastly, I have the sweetest little apple that my Cricut drew and cut. These are the 2 colors that I decided to use. This is red and sour apple. These are the Cricut brand pins. Now, bringing in my alcohol markers, I am going to very, very quickly just add a little bit of color to some of the elements of my card here. I think that you could definitely just kind of stop where it was, right? And the card would be adorable as is, how we're going to put it together. However, I like to just kind of go in and add just a little extra color. So, with that being said, I'm going to do that with my alcohol markers from Amazon. I will have them linked if you're interested. So, I did kind of just quickly pull some colors that I thought might work. I'm going to kind of go through now and just decide what colors I actually want to use and just decide how exactly I want to kind of color this apple here. And then with that being said, I also want to add just a little bit of color to our coffee cup. So I think that I'm just going to color the little sleeve here. I am definitely feeling kind of out of practice and just kind of out of the groove of recording and honestly just kind of like speaking as I craft and honestly just kind of crafting in general. So I apologize for that. I hope that, once school starts, I will be able to get into my craft room a lot more often, right? So, with that being said, let's go ahead and kind of see where we're going to take this card. Now, bringing in my card base here, I think I'm going to use this really, really light purple color. I am a huge fan of pre-made card bases. So since I need to make 3 of these, I'm going to definitely use those to my advantage. And the idea for my card is something just like this, right? Now, with that being said, I need to add something more to my mat. So I think I'm just going to kind of start laying down some color, right? I don't necessarily have a particular theme that I'm going to go with, but I really just want to kind of just add some dimension to the card. And then I'm just going to come in with a lighter green, and I think I'm just going to add just a little bit of kind of dots just to add a little dimension. And again, I just want to add some interest. Okay, so I'm thinking that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. Now, I do, like I said, have to make 3 of these. So I'll probably do like all 3 of them with kind of a different background color, right? I'll probably do like this one was green. I'll do probably like a purplish one and then probably like a pinkish one. And then since this one had like the green background and then the purple sleeve, I'll kind of alternate between the 3. So each card will have a different color sleeve from background. And I think that'll be a nice way to just add some color but also just kind of tie it all together, right? Okay, so now bringing in my favorite foam tape from Dollar Tree, I am going to go ahead and get this laid down. Okay, and then I'm just going to try to get this as centered in my card as I can. Now, my card is a standard A2 size card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. The mat is 4 by 5 1/4. I did have my Cricut write this out and then it cut out the mat for me. Okay. Now, bringing in my Barely Art glue, I'm going to use this to lay down my top layer of my coffee cup onto my second layer. And I only cut out the second layer just to make it a little more sturdy, right? And substantial. You definitely do not have to cut this out twice. However, I definitely think it's worth the extra step and the extra cardstock. Okay, and then I'm going to use, once again, those same foam squares. We're going to use some of those to get this little coffee cup propped up on our card. And then I had it designed to kind of sit at a little bit of an angle, just kind of right in the corner of that card. Now, bringing in some of these little tiny foam squares, I'm pretty sure these are also from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use these for my little apple because I definitely want this to also kind of stand up. Now, I did want to put these in an envelope because I like to send a card with a coffee gift card on the first day of school. So I wanted to be able to put these in an envelope so that I could put the gift card in there. But I may just have to include a paper clip and call it a day because with this little apple propped up specifically, I don't think it's going to fit in an envelope. However, it's just too cute not to prop it up, so I'm not willing to sacrifice the design, right? Fashion over function for sure in card making. Okay, guys, and here is my little card all done. Like I said, for each of the cards, I'll probably do just a little bit of a different color scheme, but I am so, so happy with the way this came out. Guys, I just want to say thank you so, so much for your continued support. I ask that if you were inspired by anything on my craft desk today, you please consider subscribing. I would love to have you. To all of my subscribers, thank you so much for your patience. I am so, so, so thankful for every single one of you. I absolutely cannot wait for you to see what's coming to my craft desk next. Hopefully, it's a little sooner this time. But if not, you guys, I hope that everyone has a great week and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.